fellas, we are about to hop into a big squat workout. This is the biggest squat workout I've done in years. What's funny about it is, when I do bodybuilding training, it's just like whatever, feel good, go in, get your pump, whatever. But then on powerlifting stuff, like I remember even when I was younger, like you'd write out these numbers that you're supposed to hit, and you'd be like kind of intimidated by them. You're like, damn, dude, that feels like that's gonna be heavy. That's kind of how I'm feeling today. About to get into squats. As you know, my hip has been just so creaky and achy and terrible. So that's been really annoying. But anyway, the top sets today is going to be 3 sets of 340 for 4. And I actually think I'm going to use knee wraps for those. And then we're going to do a couple other ancillary stuff. We'll do some back work and some more leg work and see how it goes. But let's hop into it and get it done. Like one of my last warm-up sets, it's 260 for a set of 5. I'm gonna do this beltless. The beltless is feeling pretty good right now. I might throw it on for the next couple sets, but right now the beltless is feeling good. I mentioned this before, but sometimes I feel like the belt kind of messes me up. I don't know why, but I feel like the belt kind of like makes my form a little bit wonky. So that's just something to note. Like, try doing some of your sets with no belt. It might feel better bracing wise. I don't know.
You don't need to pass it off as the ultimate strength tool. Because I thought about this, like if you took 288-pound kettlebells and cleaned it, like the wide stance, it's hard to do. But you can also, most kids can clean 225 if you give them some coaching. That's way more than us. I don't know. It just seems like a lot of.
Also widened my grip out on the barbell. I have been dealing with some nasty tendonitis in the forearm on the inside. Man, what a pain in the ass. I haven't had this since I was really crazy about doing chin-ups and pull-ups weighted. But I just feel like that torque from having a tight grip on the bar is just smoking my tendonitis, so I got to push it out. The form feels good though, so no big deal.
So we can lift that a little bit heavier, as far as weight percentage to your max. So I just say like this: if you can hit 10 reps on this week, we're good to go. So bring it up, and then maybe in the next 6 weeks you're going to hit and settle weight. We're just going to repeat that until you can do it right. And it always works. That's the crazy thing.
I think some people get confused.
Our systems that we So, but it's funny because it works for advanced guys and it works for beginners. And even James, like he was horrible with the barbell squat. At the point I took it out, he's not getting anything out of this. And I'm like, well, he's just not strong enough to hold a certain position. Feels like, or so we just don't know. And the good thing is, especially during the season, it masks how weak you are. Because if you usually get 225 or 6, I know you can do 225. This is okay for like 10 sets.
Come on.
Struggling against the gravity. He just takes longer experience and stuff. I see how strong you are. I broke my record. The kids doesn't mean that they're super happy. We're just looking around like, man, look at this. Every kid's going deep. Every kid's, not handling tons of weight today, but it's pretty good.
Well, I ask because they're going to train to the standard that they're given.
all the time. So we talk about the technique stuff. I don't have the hammer like I'm doing things, but listen, that back can't be rounded. It's just they were operating all sudden. There's nothing sick. Yeah, humbling for all that stuff. They don't know they can do it. So you keep those stuff that they can do, but still challenging. Yeah, well, of course, sometimes on their final sets or something, they'll do that.
Come on.
And I always say the same thing. I've never put anything in your hands or on your back that I knew you couldn't handle. Or I'll coach them. Yeah, with the kids. That's one of my. I've said, I probably said this a million times. My goal was to get my average kid to keep your average kid's ass on the wheel. Because even like in the NFL, you have your superstars and stuff. Those guys are just in the NFL are the average guys. you know, what they, this making the box, the guys doing this, doing that, not just the stuff. Maybe instead of the superstar receiver, he's making, you know, maybe 2 or 3 catches a game every once in a while. You know, depends on where he's doing his job. At every level, there's the average. This would be awesome.
Last set. Man, this is a really tough workout. Not all that happy with the squat form. I just don't like how it looks. It kind of looks just awful. But anyway, let's get through it.
That's where the individual has to step up a little bit and take it upon himself. It's not just always the coach's thing. Get this. You know, you can't coach that, you can't do this, and then you got some guy who's, you know, you know, I got my own guy in college who's a little different. And you see a band who's wow, tight on stage and going crazy. It's like, yeah, you think they don't practice a bunch of lifters, certain people, guys, you know, that have clout supposedly and are strength. That was those. You know, the Swiss thing's weird because there's two, at least especially back in the day, academic analysis of the vocal poetry of Thomas Enrique Arias. That's the singer for Slayer.
Yeah.
How to be a social liability while being sober. And
Blue for now earthly.
Do a lot of the bullshit that we had.
Yeah. Okay, this is what happened. Okay, this was 18.
So let's just jump in anyway. Mistakes that I made. Like longevity, like we're gonna live longer, or longevity, like you're gonna do everything in the world to try to.
Cardiac brain, you know, echocardio's.
We both competed. Diets last longer, but it can only last so. If it's dependent upon what they decide.
For this was really hard.
Yeah.
Really hard, man. Like, you stupid all day and go, man, listen to this. This is not done. This stuff like a deadlift. Well, that's obviously really. And so I had to film yesterday. Literally felt like I had surgery on there. So, and then I'm like, okay, well, I'm just going to go to 3 1/4. I mean, I haven't done it in probably 4 months.
And, you know, and it's part of hers. So, look, 8 weeks just kicking back, chilling, isn't just, you know, it's